Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be testing out the new Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue foundation as well as their just released Meet Your Hue concealer. We're going to be trying them both today. I'm so excited. We're also going to be testing out their new beauty sponge, the Seamless Beauty Sponge. I'm going to be applying, I'm going to wear test them both. We're going to see if these are any good. They do claim to be long wear. The foundation claims to reduce the appearance of fine lines and skin imperfections with a blurring effect. It has medium to full coverage and it's long wear, which you guys know I love. And then the concealer, it says it's lightweight, easy to blend, conceals everything, skin imperfections, all that, full coverage. Yes, all of the above. So I'm going to be testing them out. I'm going to be applying them. I'm going to wear test, and you guys are going to hear my thoughts. So if you guys would like to learn more about this foundation and see what I think, then keep on watching. Okay, so there are 6 shades in the light medium range, and I have 4 of them. I have 15, 16, 17, and 18. They do have different undertones. Let me see. So 115 light medium, I believe, is a yellow undertone. Yes, this one here. It is hard to tell. These are frosted glass bottles. They do have a pump. But it is hard to tell because all of the shades together, they look very, very similar. So it is hard to really know. 116 and 117 are a neutral undertone. And they look very similar. They're just like a hair off. And then 118 is a warm undertone. So I'm gonna swatch them all so that you guys can see them all on my arms. Here's some details on the foundations. We have 42 shades. They are high pigment, natural matte finish, buildable lightweight, long wear. Beautiful. $36. And again, glass bottle with a pump, which we like. The concealer, let's talk about the concealer. The concealer comes in 30 shades, multitasking, full coverage, lightweight, easy to blend, conceals dark circles. It's vegan, cruelty-free, talc-free, paraben-free. Same with the foundation. They are free of a lot of stuff. Vegan, cruelty-free, talc-free, paraben-free, oil-free, fragrance-free. Love that. Very, very happy to see them putting in better ingredients into their foundations. Just by looking at this ingredients list, nothing jumps out at me that screams toxic, but there are ingredients in here. I don't know what they are, so I can't really say that for sure. But I do like that it's paraben-free, fragrance-free, and oil-free. I'm assuming it's not phthalate-free, but I don't know which one of these ingredients is the phthalate. If it's the butylene or what. I'm not a chemist, so I don't know. But anyways, I like that they're at least trying to take some of the garbage out of their products. So that's good. Let's see. So the concealers, let's see what's in those. So those say that they have sunflower seed oil, shea butter, natural vitamin E. The vitamin E, powerful antioxidant, aiding in the reduction of UV damage. So it does have titanium dioxide in it, which is a sunscreen, a physical mineral sunscreen. EDTA, that makes me nervous. Is that a phthalate? I don't know. It doesn't say fragrance free, although fragrance is not listed on the ingredients list. So that's another, I'm unsure. Typically, if it doesn't say it's free of something, it's probably not. But I don't see a fragrance listed under these ingredients. So I'm not really 100% sure. For some reason, Dose of Colors limits the purchase of both the concealers and the foundations to 2 per customer. I'm not really sure what the thought process is behind that, so that maybe people aren't buying them and trying to resell them for more money on like eBay or Poshmark or something, so that everybody can actually buy the product, because it irritates me when people do that. But that's the only reason I can think of why they would do that. But anyways, so For me, I'm going with 116, which is a neutral undertone. Oh, I'm sorry. No, 117. 117, which is a neutral undertone. And then with the concealers, I have 13, 14, and 15, also light medium shades. There are 5 light medium shades, so I have 3 of those. 13 is a yellow undertone, 14 is a golden undertone, and 15 is a pink undertone, I believe. Yes, a pink undertone. So I really like 13. Today is not the first time I'm trying these products. I did try the foundation and concealer yesterday. I just wore it on my own for the day. So I've only worn it once, but I wanted to kind of just experience the texture, the application, all that. Now I do have their sponge to also test out. So this is called their Seamless Beauty Sponge. Also limited 2 per customer. They're paraben-free, latex-free, dye-free, sulfate-free, and phthalates-free. See how they put the phthalates-free in this guy, but they didn't put that in the foundation or concealer, so. But it says that it has a unique flat bottom teardrop shape, which allows for smooth, even coverage, and seamless application. So this retails for $15. So we're going to give that a try. I haven't tried that out yet because I wanted to show it to you all pretty on camera. And you know something? I am going to turn my lights down because I do feel like they're a little bit blown out. There we go. Is that better? I actually need to check my white balance because that's part of this, the situation that's happening here that I'm not loving. All right, I tried to turn my lights down and I messed with my white balance a little bit because I just wasn't liking the way the picture looks. So I'm not going to know till I edit this video. I really hope that you guys can see what's going on and hopefully it's not washed out. I can see my background looks a little gray even though it's white. And that's usually when your white balance isn't quite right. All right, so we're going to take 117. Now I did prime my skin already. I did use the Beauty Blender Selfie Shield Primer Oil and the Leveler Primer for my pores. I did try those in my recent trying new makeup video. So I'm just going to put 1 pump onto this tray so you can see the texture of the shampoo. The foundation, it's thick, but it's still liquidy, you know, at the same time. It's a thick liquid, I would say. I'm going to just take my brush and start applying it to my face. So I'm just going to start applying it on. Now, this does change color after a few minutes. So see how light it looks right now? It's going to deepen up a little bit. So this does claim to be high pigment, and I would say it definitely is. So it says that it's medium to full coverage, and I would definitely agree with that. You can see because I have a pimple, you can still see it through, but it did really even my skin tone out, covered up my redness, and it gives nice coverage, but it's not super full. It's full-ish. But as you can see, you'll see as it sits here, it's getting a little bit darker. I do like the sponge. Wow, very impressed with the sponge. Like it. I like that it's dye-free because you know how beauty blenders, like when you're washing them, like the pink dye just runs out into the sink and like you're putting that on your face, you know? I'm not a fan. All right, so there we have 1 layer. And that is what it looks like. I feel like it looks pretty nice. It's called a natural matte finish, which to me, you know, I almost wish they would just call it satin because natural matte is kind of like a satin finish. It's not like true matte, you know? And I would say, yeah, that's what this is. Satin, known as skin-like matte, known as natural matte, known as not really that matte. So that's what it looks like. I really think it looks gorgeous. It looks beautiful. Yeah, you can see that pimple. We'll handle that in a minute. But for now, I would be happy with this layer of coverage. You can see this is like my redness and my non-covered side versus my covered side. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it to the other side. I do like this sponge. Like the way that it's flat like that, you can get a really large area really quickly, so you can blend out your foundation like really fast, which I like. Like, let's get it done. Oh yeah, like beautiful. Beautiful. I love this finish. I love the coverage. Doesn't really need to be that much more coverage because I'm going to go in with concealer in the center of my face. So, like, because I can still see a little bit of redness peeking through right there, but I'm going to put concealer on, so I don't even care about that. The rest of my face, it did what you want a foundation to do. It evened my skin tone, covered up most of my imperfections, smoothed everything out. It looks great. It looks really good. I'm happy with this. You know me though, I always love a foundation when it first goes on, and then you wear it throughout the day and it all falls to shit, and then, you know, I end up eating my words. So, you know, first impression, first application, first look, I think it looks beautiful, but we'll see about, you know, how it wears. So now with the concealers, we're going to take a look at the swatches here. And I am going in with the light medium, which was the yellow undertone. I like the way that one looked a little bit better than the neutral undertone, because I just feel like the neutral, it's a yellow / neutral undertone. That one was a little darker, and I do like a little bit brighter of an under eye. But I think either one of these could have worked, you know, fine. But I'm going to go with this one here. This one is a tiny bit more yellow, even though it's supposed to be neutral. I used this one yesterday, and I liked it, number 13. So I'm going to start by going in the center of my face, and we're just going to do that part first. And actually, I'm going to take the 14, the darker one, and I'm just going to put that one around my nose because I don't need it to be brighter around my nose. I just want a little bit of extra coverage. Same thing over here around my mouth and my little scar. And this pimple right here. We're just going to cover that up. And then, oh, and I'll probably do it for my eyes too, to lay down as my eyeshadow base. And then I'm going to go in. I like how pointy this sponge is. I like that a lot. Because you can really get into the nooks and crannies. Like, yeah. Blends out really easy. It didn't dry down super quickly. I know, like with the e.l.f. concealer, if I just did all of that and didn't blend it out right away, it would have started setting, and blending out becomes a problem. This, I feel like I have a little bit of time, so that's good. I like that. All right, so that's that. And now we're going to go in with the 13 in the center. And I would say this is a medium level thickness formula. It's not super thick, but it's not super thin either. And this does claim to be full coverage. And I don't like to apply my concealer any higher than this because I don't want it to get into any lines or anything. And I find that the more, if you put the product right under your eyes, you're going to crease. You are. So I like to blend it up into that area so it's much less product, but it still does the same. It just does the job, you know what I mean? So if you're in your 40s like me, or even if you're not, if you don't want to crease, or if you notice that you have extra fine lines around that area, or you're dehydrated or whatever, don't put concealer directly in there. Just blend out from your cheeks up, and whatever's left over will cover. Just like that. And that looks great, by the way. Like, I like the way this concealer looks a lot. Like a lot. Like, that looks pretty, but look how red my chest is. I can't get around it. I put sunscreen on and it still happens because I go out every single day to do cardio and I'm in the sun right here. It gets hit. You know, you can see my little lines. Oh, it's such a problem. But I put sunscreen on. I don't know. Anyway, I really like how this looks, but this is going to deepen up a little bit. Like I said, as it sets down, it does get darker. Not a ton, but like enough, you know? All right, so that's what it's looking like right now. And I'm going to go ahead and apply the rest of my makeup, and we'll be right back, and I'll show you what everything kind of looks like together. And then I'll check in with you guys a little bit later and let you know how it wore throughout the day. Okay, guys, so my makeup is on, and here is what the foundation looks like. I love this. Like, it's so good. I love the concealer. I love the way the concealer is sitting. Nothing is cakey in the nose. Nothing settling into lines. It's matte, but I set my face with the Ultimate Brush Off powder from Urban Decay, and I've been finding like this makes everything look pretty matte, but also flawless, so I'm kind of living. But anyway, I really like the way this looks. I felt this way yesterday when I put it on. Like, I was like, oh my god, this looks so pretty. So, really, it comes down to wear. I'm going to insert my wear test after this because I'm wear testing on a different day than I'm presenting the application. But you are going to get to see my wear test. But that's going to basically determine how I feel about this foundation, is like how long can it wear. It claims long wear, but it doesn't give a time. It's very non-committal in how long it wears. So I'm interested to see that. But in terms of the finish, the coverage, the way that my products went on with it, my pores look really good. Everything about it looks great. This color was perfect. I love it. I kind of love it. And as far as the concealer goes, it's not creasy. It does not look dry whatsoever around my eyes at all. And I know I'm dehydrated, which is kind of the story of my life because I drink way too much of this and not enough water. And this is iced coffee, in case you didn't know. But I drink way too much of that, and because of that, I'm always dehydrated. But my under eyes look really good. Like, really good. Like, surprisingly good. So I'm really surprised, pleasantly surprised by that. I guess we're going to wear test this and find out about the wear. In terms of what else is on my face, like I said, I have the Urban Decay powder. I have Fenty bronzer that you guys always see. I have the blush, the L'Oreal Blush Please in Saint Tropez. The highlighter is Wet n Wild, and the eyes are Wet n Wild. I actually have an entire video on the eyes, lips, and highlight. If that's not on my channel already, it will be coming to my channel soon, so you can look out for that, and you will see the tutorial on how to get this eye look, which I kind of am obsessed with. And if you can believe it, it's a Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette, so I kind of love it. My lashes are from Kiss Lashes, and the lip is Wet n Wild, and I think that's it. That's it. But I like this makeup look a lot, actually. I think it came out really good, and I love this foundation. So let's go ahead and get into the wear test, and we are kind of doing a 2-for-1. We're doing a wear test for the foundation and the concealer. So I don't mind wear testing these together because they're both the same line, you know. So yeah, let's jump in to the wear test right now. All right, guys, so here is the first check-in. I've had this foundation on now for 2 hours, and I already did a little bit of cardio. I have a little bit of redness around my nose right here because I have a little bit of a cold. I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice. So I did blow my nose, so we're not going to pay attention to that. But I've had the foundation on for 2 hours, and right now I love it. I think it looks so good. So yeah, so that's what we're looking at right now, 2 hours in. I did a really simple makeup look today because I'm actually going to look at my new apartment empty right now. So, and you know, it's a casual, I mean, it's Sunday, and I had a few drinks last night, feeling a little hungover. So anyway, so that's what we're looking like now. So I'm going to go check out my new apartment, and then I will check in with you guys a little bit later today. Okay, you guys, so it is now 7:15. So I applied the foundation and concealer at, I think it was like 10 a.m. this morning. So it's been on for 7, 8, 9 hours. And here's what we're looking like. Obviously, I have no more lipstick on. I did cardio. I ate dinner. I've been out and about. I definitely have a little bit of redness peeking through here, but I've been rubbing my nose a lot. I'm starting to feel like I'm coming down with like a little bit of a cold, and I've been sniffly all day. So I'm not going to deduct points for that, really. Everywhere else on my face looks really, really good for 9 hours. I have a little bit of bunching right here. The pimple is showing through now. I have a pimple here showing through now. But aside from that, like, everything looks like really good. I mean, considering it's not a 24-hour wear foundation, but it did hold its own for 9 hours. I think the concealer looks really good still. There's nothing breaking up. The coverage is still there. It's still not creasing. Really, really pleased with the concealer. I think overall the foundation and concealer both are like an A. Like, I love them both. Like, 2 thumbs up. Really surprised, but I'm going to be using this probably all through the winter and the fall. If you can hear that noise, that's my washing machine. Sorry. I just threw in a load of laundry, and then I was like, oh shit, I gotta do my wear test or my check-in. So, yeah, sorry about that. But anyway, I'm really enjoying this so far. I will include an update in my first impression follow-up video at the end of the month, so I will be able to give you like more detailed thoughts about how I truly feel after wearing the foundation, you know, throughout the month. But right now, I'm really, really loving it, and I think it did a great job with coverage, with wear, with playing well with other products. The concealer didn't crease. It's full coverage, and it's wearing. I mean, it's still wearing. I feel like if I was like, you know what, I feel like I want to go out right now, all I would have to do is kind of just touch up these couple of pimples and maybe, you know, just this redness right here and just a little freshen up, and I'd be good to go. Because everywhere else on my face is like intact except for this and then these 2 pimples. So that is it for this wear test. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you never miss when I upload a video. You can follow me on social. My handle's @GLAMLATTE. And don't forget the Glam Latte Beauty Podcast is on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, CastBox, and iHeartRadio. All those details are in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
I just wanna hold you.